Life is worth protecting from conception.
We're moving towards a society where we're forcing people to give birth, and that's not the solution.
And good evening. We start tonight with the U.S. Supreme Court hearing arguments today on Mississippi's law, which bans abortions after 15 weeks of pregnancy. 21 states have already passed laws banning all or almost all abortions if Roe v. Wade is overturned, while 16 states are working on legislation to protect access to abortion. A recent CBS News poll showed a majority of Americans don't want Roe v. Wade overturned. The U.S. Supreme Court's debate over Mississippi's abortion law could end up affecting South Carolina's fetal heartbeat bill. Nigel Hood spoke to both sides of the issue about the local impact.
I think the most worrisome possibility is that Roe v. Wade will be overturned, and that would allow states to all have 50 different laws regarding abortion, and women will be punished based on where they live, which in many cases is beyond their control.
All eyes are on the nation's capital as they deliberate whether to enforce a 15-week abortion ban in Mississippi, a ban that hits close to home. Earlier this year, South Carolina signed a fetal heartbeat bill into law that would ban abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. The federal court has since blocked that law, forcing Planned Parenthood to file a lawsuit.
If we had not sued, we would have put so many women at an even greater disadvantage than they are now. They would have had to travel out of state. And let's face it, the people who could do that are mostly wealthy white women. And that's certainly not a fair situation for the people who will be hurt the most in our state.
However, pro-life advocates say there's a larger discussion to be had that goes beyond abortion.
Pro-life goes beyond birth. It goes to a whole pro-life agenda of how do we create family permanence for children? How do we create safe environments for them? How do we help moms and dads who are going to need to come along and be able to provide for their children?
Pro-abortion advocates say there are existing challenges with equal access to health care and abortion.
Already, the laws, the restrictions, the barriers that lawmakers have put into place for women to access abortion make it most harmful to those who are most vulnerable: low-income people, young people, LGBTQ people, Black women. It is particularly onerous for them because healthcare is so limited in South Carolina already.
You do need to have an access to healthcare that is going to be more accessible, more affordable, and there. But we also have to have women who are recognizing the fact that there are options that are out there and actually getting to those healthcare options that are available. And if they're not available, we as a society have got to start understanding how are we going to move that forward so that there is greater access for them.
In Columbia, Nigel Hood, News 19 WLTX.
The Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals says appellate arguments regarding Planned Parenthood's lawsuit about the fetal heartbeat law are scheduled for January, and the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling in the Mississippi law is expected sometime in June. Meanwhile, Governor McMaster releasing a statement tonight in regards to the Mississippi law. He says, in part, the right to life is our most precious of rights, and we must do everything we can to protect the unborn.